Hello guys, and welcome to another studio vlog. I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I've been having some mental health or emotional burdens lately, and I was kind of in a rut. So I had to take a break from anything that I felt burnt out from and decided that I needed to paint something that was just personal for me. This painting that you see here is called Canicas, or marbles. It is inspired by my son and a childhood toy from Puerto Rico. I've actually had this sketched out for maybe 2-3 years now, and I got quite a bit of canvases like this one just sketched out because the idea came to me, and then I just never got to painting. But I felt like I needed this for me. I do hope to do more of painting, just, paintings that speak to me and are just more personal to me, and get the ones that I already have sketched out done. So fingers crossed. Now, for the most part, this video was actually kind of hard for me to film. Not just the painting, but just overall, because I couldn't quite get a footing of what I wanted to do, or really kind of get the motivation to do the things that I know I needed to do. So just bear with me and just stick around. I will say that my painting process always changes depending on my mood, but with this one, I just went ahead and just kind of blocked the colors first. And then I added a little bit of detail, maybe a little bit of changes in shades or light or whatever. I didn't really focus too much on shading. That was not the vision for this one. For the background, I am using acrylic gouache in a Peruvian blue along with an ivy green. These two colors, for some reason, have been speaking to me a lot lately. And so this is what I wanted to use. I wanted a combination because I did want some, I don't want to call it depth, but some gradients in the background. I didn't want it just a plain solid. So I mixed the two colors together. You will see it is a little bit more blended, because the thing about gouache is that I feel that I kind of have to layer it a little bit. And I do realize that I don't use the gouache like a lot of people do, but this is the way that I choose to use it, and it works for me. And here it is. I still have to add varnish and a border, but I'll get that done. I want to let this part dry really good. Don't you guys love my hair? So my children actually decided that they wanted to help me, so they are going to help me base paint most of my wood crafts to kind of give me a head start. It's cloudy today, so the video might not be as well lit as I would like, but it's kind of what we got to work with. So we are actually in my dining room. Usually when I'm like in the middle of the season, I set up another table out in the living room, and I'll have all like the dining room, that table plus my art desk kind of working for me. But we're just getting started, so we're gonna go ahead and just kind of buckle down here in the dining room and just start base painting things. yeah, so much for that, because my kids abandoned me after maybe 10-15 minutes. um yeah.
Geico. Over 85 years of savings and service. See how much you can save at geico.com.
It's too hot. Oh, this is too hot, mate.
Good morning and happy Sunday. Yesterday I meant to say a couple of things, to wrap up the day yesterday, but I just went to sleep. I did end up having to pull out the second table for drying and stuff. Now my goal for this weekend was mainly just to base paint things and just have things ready to go for actual painting, because hopefully I'll be able to paint things in smaller batches throughout the week and not create such chaos in the house, because I think I've mentioned before that my living space in this house, my living space and the art space is basically one and the same. And so I try not to create too much of a chaos if I could, specifically because my kids live here as well. So I wouldn't want to impose in their space, living space as well. But anyway, so today I didn't get to assemble any of the coasters yesterday, so I'm hoping I'll be able to get to that. But the thing is that I know that's gonna take a while, so I'm thinking that maybe I should stain my other coasters first and put those to dry, so then I can go ahead and sit down and assemble these. I'm not planning on working on this till sundown because, as I mentioned, I have been dealing with a lot of depression and burned out. So I definitely don't want to, I want to be able to have some time to kind of settle down before I have to start the whole new week. So yeah, anyway, I need coffee. As you guys may be able to tell, I need coffee. My thoughts ain't together. So I'm gonna do that first. All right, so here, I still have a couple of prints that I need to kind of redo, either give them a little makeover and also resize them so I can re-upload them on Etsy. Now, I did the majority of them, but there were a couple of ones that I didn't quite get to. And I'm just going to show you here. This is the original one. Let me see if I can do. And that's the original painting. So you see the marks from the paints. So I went ahead and took the background off, but matched the color and gave it a different shadow, just to kind of give it a crisper look and a fresher look. So like that, when people go to print them out, it's a little bit more even than it was before. And then I'm also resizing them to include sizes like 4x6 and 5x7, so people have an option of which size they want to print. So this is kind of what I have been doing for the past few months, but like I said, I still had a couple of ones that I have not gotten to yet because I started incorporating other things too as I move on to the season where I start painting the most. And then I do some of these at least every so often, and just kind of, it also keeps me active on Etsy when I upload them one at a time. But at least the bulk or the majority of most of my prints have been updated. So I do want to say that the plans that I had for today kind of went wah, wah, wah. Let me put this on pause. Why do I got this going? Don't mind me. I like to watch cold cases and stuff like that while I'm working. But anyways, so I had every intention of getting up and just painting some more and staining some things. Really, I'm trying to prep things like all my rearview mirror charms and my hearts and for earrings and stuff like that. I just wanted everything base painted. So then when I come home during the week, after I get my kids settled after school, I can just work a little bit on whatever the project may be. If it's earrings and so forth. But I didn't do that today. I got a little sidetracked. So Friday, one of my Instagram followers requested a special, not a special design, a special product. So I have the Boricua girl with the tropical flowers, which I'll put it up here somewhere. And she wanted to see if I can put that design on a kitchen towel. And so I designed that on Friday evening, and I sent it to her to see if she liked what it was. And so I did that. But for some reason, in me doing that, just the fact that I sat down and designed that, it kind of like reminded me of other things that I have to do as far as my computer stuff. So anyways, I sort of did that yesterday morning as far as submitting the design to Printify so that she could place the order. And I told myself to stop because I needed to go ahead and paint. So I went ahead and painted. But then today, I was like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta update this on WooCommerce, because if I'm gonna be updating my products, I need to make sure that I go up there and put it on pre-order or on back order so that people can order ahead. And somehow I noticed that finally I'm able to link my WooCommerce to Google Merchants, which for some reason I couldn't do it before. I don't really know all the ins and outs, but now I'm doing that because there's some suggestions or some errors that need fixing so that they can show up under the Google Merchants account and pop up on Google more frequently. And to me, that took priority over the crafting right now because I need that to be working in the background for me. But anyways, my whole day kind of got sidetracked, but that's okay. At least it got sidetracked, but I'm going in the right direction. So anyways, yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on today. A little side thing. All right, guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and cut this studio vlog here. I happened to be at home. I ended up with an extra day off work because of certain circumstances, but I'm going to cut this studio vlog here. Otherwise, it's just going to keep on running, and it feels already a little bit all over the place because I personally was all over the place. Hopefully the next studio vlog will go a little bit smoother because I am planning to record ahead of time and have a little bit of a path. But as I mentioned, I have been dealing with some emotional, mental things, and so my train of thought was a little bit discombobulated, and I think it sort of showed as far as how my days went and the things that I worked on with my studio or my art stuff. But just bear with me. And I'll just cut this one here and I'll prep for the next one. I hope to see you guys later on and see what else I got going on. Hopefully it kind of settles down a little bit. You know, I'm just kind of hoping. Bye.